Hello everyone, MVG Salem here, and this is the Character Potential series. Here we will be going over the character's meta, their strengths, weaknesses, and potential. Today's character is Terry. Let's get started. His general game plan, a lot of the time, is to just straight up run up and jab you, or run up and down tilt you. Sometimes he'll run up and just grab you, but a lot of the time he just wants to run in and just do like a jab. Other times, he sometimes wants to start with like a run up short hop forward air, right? Rising short hop forward air. Sometimes forward tilt if he wants to try and like attempt to outspace you. But a lot of the time, they all just try and just run up and jab. Other times, they somewhat try to camp you and they just throw out Power Wave, though it's not the best, but it's pretty annoying because it's similar to like the Pikachu T-Jolt, except it's immediately just on the ground. As well, he can control the speed of it. His close range, like everything, almost everything's like crazy, because for example, down tilt's like -6, jab is -6, like forward tilt, it auto spaces itself, like, and not to mention, at any point in time, he can just go into his invincible power dunk. So it's a lot of times just like, oh, do you stop shielding or like? But even then, Terry also have other stuff like a low percent grab combos because he can do grab, down throw, nair, power dunk, or down throw, up air, rising tackle, charge rising tackle. Like he has things like that. Even though you can DI it, but he can of course mix up DI you by doing things like up throw. So Terry has lots of nice things like that. Besides that, Terry's combo game is actually crazy amazing, but it's a lot of time it's dependent on if he does hit you with a landing aerial or not. But most of his stuff is safe on shield if your character does not have a B out of shield that's like frame 3 or so. So it basically means you have to be like a broken top tier character usually to just be like, oh, up B out of shield, I'm good, I'm out of Terry pressure. But even then, Terry does have moves that can like push you out of range for those types of things. Like for example, his back air. He can back air your shield, and even if you up out of shield, pushes you too far back to even punish him. Sometimes that can as well happen with his forward tilt, but generally it often happens with his back air. So things like that are a thing. Besides that as well, Terry can kill you extremely early because like his combos, they're crazy, as well it can hit like a truck. So it's also so much stage dependent on whether you die early or not. The most important thing is the go meter. Now when Terry gets go, that's when he becomes like the best character in the game, because any point in time he could just super and do Buster Wolf, he could do Power Geyser, like he can do either of those two moves, and those moves have super armor on them. Though it's not like insane super armor, it's just enough to just like go through like some projectiles, weak projectiles, and just hit you for free. And even then, as well, it also basically it's a type of base knockback move. Though it can kill you at higher percent still, but a lot of the time if you get hit by this move at the edge, like Buster Wolf, then you explode. If you get hit while you're like on a platform or something, then like Power Geyser is just gonna make you explode, like things like that. So Terry with Go is extremely scary. And now for Terry's weaknesses. Well, he doesn't have the best range. The only sword he really has is kind of like forward tilt, down smash. Like he doesn't have too many like real disjoints, like real sword like disjoints. You can still use some of his moves to like trade or like beat attacks, but generally if the character you're fighting has like an actual real sword, they can just swing at you and just beat your moves just flat out. Besides that, Terry's recovery is kind of lacking. The reason why is because like a lot of the time people can just hit your up B. Like even if you do normal up B, people can just hit it. Though charged up B is very interesting, because the thing about it is that it can invincible through counters. So even if someone were to counter, you can invincible through it and then grab the ledge anyway. Or sometimes you can just beat the counter just straight up. So that's pretty interesting. So it's a weakness, his recovery, but not too much. Like a lot of time, if a person could just wait out your recovery, like if you're trying to do like a kick flip or something, or if you're just like trying to do a power dunk, or if you're trying to do like just any of Terry's typical recovery, all they have to do is like wait slightly, and then when it's done, like at the end of your movie, you know there's a low cooldown, there's still quite a bit of lag there, so they can punish that. So that's a bit of a problem. So usually you're trying to get to the angle you want, which is like below the stage, or just like trying to grab the ledge like sideways for like an air dodge, like any of those types of things. It's kind of difficult, and people can usually snipe you before you get there. In my opinion, I think the stage town is like his best one. Like if you watch my combo video, you'll be able to tell that like the stuff he can do in town is crazy. Not to mention the blast zones being like right there basically allows you to just like straight up just kill people for free. Like literally, if he were to grab you and up throw you onto a platform, you can actually die. Like actually die. Like, but that depends on which way you tech, if you tech, because that is a hard to tech at low percents if he does up throw you to one of the side platforms on town. Besides that, there's other stages I think is really good for Terry. It's like Battlefield, and as well as Yoshi's. Reason why is because just like he also has more hard detectables. He can also do the smash for Ryu, where he just like does up air to up air to up air to up B. Like he can do that to you and kill you straight from zero if he does it correctly. Especially if he does master the combo, because then he can just do a charge raise and tackle. So, for example, if you have seen my combo video, what you can do is do down throw. If they miss tech, you do down air. The down air can sour spot and then lock them. And then afterwards, you should land on the platform, you drop down, you up air them, you double jump, or just full hop up air them. And then you fastball, you jump up air them, and then you up tilt them, and then you double jump up air, and then charge raise and tackle. That should kill them on a stage like Battlefield. On a stage like Yoshi's, that should kill you as well. Of course, you can easily just mix up this combo or change the combo up depending on their DI. So many crazy things Terry can do from stages like that. So I think stages like that are really scary. Now for Terry's matchups that he'd like, or that are good for him, I think characters that throw projectiles, Terry does generally well against, just because just like, oh, they take too long to kill him for one, and then he could go and he can just blow them up. A lot of the time, that's what can just straight up happen. Like that's no problem for Terry, in my opinion. Besides that, I think matchups where it's just like other characters don't like trading, like matchups like, let's say Zero Suit, like Zero Suit doesn't like trading at all. If it's a matchup like that, I think Terry wins that, even though it's like kind of iffy, because like you can easily get edge guarded, or you can get down smash 2 frame. That all depends. Either way, like when fighting a character like Zero Suit, going for trades is like the go-to, because it's easy. You can just nair. A lot of the time, nair will just trade. Sometimes you can just forward air. It just sticks out. It's like a dive, angled dive kick, except just like a normal aerial without the falling down, the falling angle. So there's many things that Terry has. It's just like, oh, that character doesn't like this because he can just throw this move out and can beat their move. I generally think Terry's bad matches are mostly characters that have an arcing type move, kind of like Lucina forward air or Bowser forward air. Moves like that, I think, really messes up Terry, but it's not because of the reason you think on stage. It's because of off stage when Terry's recovering. A lot of moves like that just covers all his options to recover, and that kind of sucks. So besides that, it's mostly characters that have moves like that, and as well characters that excel at edge guarding. Now for Terry's offline results and online results, both are mainly just riddles, to be honest. Though I often hear online there's random Terrys just going around making a lot of players mad, because Terry online is a little wild at times, and sometimes you just explode and just get 3 stuck for no reason. That straight up just happens. Character can just be strong like that. But besides that, I don't really see that many Terrys besides riddles doing anything relevant. And now, what do I think is Terry's potential? Well, he is another one of those crazy characters. Because the thing is, he's a heavy character from the start, so you have to worry about that. Besides that, a lot of combos are just crazy and often just send you off stage, like way off stage. So what ends up happening is you get ledge trapped because Terry has auto turnaround. It's easy for him to like catch most things. Of course, not a lot of Terry just like have a good flow chart for like ledge trapping, but if they were to like practice ledge trapping, it'd be pretty annoying to like actually get back on the stage. Like the people probably would die even. Because for example, when a character's at a higher percent, they have less invincibility to hang on the ledge. So if Terry were to spam down tilt several times, the person would have to immediately get off the ledge. Like they do not have as much time to stay on the ledge and wait. So that's less time to think. So let's say they do a normal get up. Then it's just like, okay, well, there's a 50-50 chance that they'll be okay there. Like they don't get the chance to just wait there or anything. Like normally, as you see people do when they're at a lower percent, you see them just hang there, wait slightly, and then they do normal get up, or they roll, or they do get up attack. But for a character like Terry, when you're at high percent, he can just spam down tilt several times, and then when he sees any action, he could just wait. And if you were to do get up attack, then he just shields it, grabs you, or he could just do an out of shield option like Nair and then do like he could do anything to you. Really, it's actually scary to think about. Like that can happen. And even then, it's just like, okay, there's that. There's also the part where it's just like, okay, if he down tilts you and you are like slightly below the ledge. Because like what's gonna happen is if you stay on the ledge too long, you're gonna be slightly below. He's gonna down tilt you again and again and again, and then he gets a down smash. Generally, Terry is on the high tier end on the tier list. He's sometimes above Ken, sometimes below. I very much think he's like top 10. The reason why top 10 is just like his weakness is his recovery, and not having a sword or like a real good -2 or -3 on shield move kind of hinders him a little bit. Only because like people often play characters with like really good out of shield moves, so it's just like, oh, you hit the shield, up, out of shield, and then it's just like, well, you kind of have to get up in their space. Otherwise, you just have to straight up wait. And just straight up waiting with Terry's a little awkward. He can do that, of course. Like you can be a patient Terry and just wait, then just poke with things and get like combos still. But it's just like, a lot of the time people rather not, because Terry has that Lucario-like factor with Go, so it's just like, you don't have to wait, but you can. And as well, people often try and just straight up kill Terry, so that's the reason why a lot of the time Terrys are just like, okay, let me just be straightforward with this, go as hard as possible, this may or may not happen anyway, so let me just play it out like this. Like things like that. But besides that, I really think Terry's recovery is a big weakness, but everything else he has is crazy insane. Even though I already said that out of shield things are a problem for Terry, it's not exactly just because he can just special out of almost all his normals, and then just like, oh, they did up B out of shield. You can just beat their up B out of shield just by doing like your own up B or something jank like that. You can just do things like that. Though it is a 50-50, it's still that type of thing that's just like annoying for them to think about, because it's just like, oh, he touched my shield, wait, maybe I should wait, because what if he does a special? If he does a special, I could get hit, or I could miss my up B out of shield, and now I'm screwed. Like things like that can happen. Thanks for watching my character potential video on Terry. If you like this content, subscribe and hit the bell and leave a comment with your thoughts. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, the link is in the description below. Thanks for watching.